Gas charging is one of the most important tasks in HVAC servicing. Incorrect charging can reduce cooling performance, increase energy consumption, and even damage the compressor. That is why every HVAC technician must understand the correct procedure, pressure ranges, and safety precautions. In this guide, we will explain step by step how to charge refrigerant in an air conditioning system, along with the key differences between R32 and R410A refrigerants, including pressure behavior and safety requirements. Understanding refrigerants, R32 versus R410A. Before starting the charging process, it is important to understand the refrigerants. R410A is a blend refrigerant widely used in modern air conditioners. It operates at higher pressure than older refrigerants like R22 and provides good cooling performance. R32 is a newer refrigerant with higher efficiency and lower environmental impact. It has better heat transfer properties and requires less refrigerant charge compared to R410A. However, one important difference is that R32 is mildly flammable, while R410A is non-flammable. This means extra safety precautions are required when handling R32. When is gas charging required? Gas charging is not required in every service. It is only needed when there is a refrigerant leak. System cooling is low due to undercharge, after major repair or compressor replacement. Overcharging or unnecessary charging can be harmful, so always confirm the need before adding refrigerant. Tools required for gas charging. To perform proper gas charging, you need manifold gauge set, vacuum pump, refrigerant cylinder, R32 or R410A, weighing scale, recommended for accuracy, leak detection tools, safety gloves and goggles. Using proper tools ensures accuracy and safety during the process.
Step 1. Leak check. Before charging refrigerant, always check for leaks. Charging gas into a leaking system is a mistake. Use soap solution or electronic leak detector to identify leakage points. Repair all leaks properly before proceeding. Step 2. Vacuum process. After repairing leaks, perform a vacuum process using a vacuum pump. This removes air and moisture from the system. Moisture inside the system can cause serious damage, such as ice formation and compressor failure. A proper vacuum should reach around 500 microns, deep vacuum, and hold steady, indicating no leaks or moisture. Step 3. Connecting manifold gauges. Connect the manifold gauge set correctly. Blue hose suction, low pressure side. Red hose discharge, high pressure side. Yellow hose, refrigerant cylinder or vacuum pump. Ensure all connections are tight to avoid leakage. Step 4. Charging method. The most accurate method of charging is the weight method. Check the manufacturer's data plate for the exact refrigerant charge, for example, 1.2 kilograms. Use a weighing scale to add the exact amount of refrigerant. For R410A, always charge in liquid form, because it is a blend refrigerant. For R32, it can be charged carefully, but typically also handled in liquid phase for accuracy. Step 5. Charging through suction line, running system. If charging in a running system, refrigerant is added slowly through the suction line. Open the cylinder valve slightly and allow refrigerant to enter gradually. Monitor pressure readings continuously. Avoid rapid charging as it can damage the compressor. Typical pressure behavior. Pressure depends on ambient temperature, but generally, R410A operates at higher pressure than older refrigerants. R32 also operates at relatively high pressure and may be slightly higher than R410A under similar conditions. Always refer to pressure temperature charts instead of guessing. Pressure alone is not enough. Always consider superheat and subcooling for accurate charging. Step 6. Checking system performance. After charging, Check system performance. Measure suction and discharge pressure. Check air temperature difference, supply versus return. Ensure proper cooling. Observe compressor operation. Stable readings indicate correct charging. Safety tips. Safety is critical during refrigerant handling. Always work in a well-ventilated area. Avoid open flames when working with R32, flammable. Wear gloves and safety goggles. Do not overcharge the system. Never mix different refrigerants. Use proper cylinders and tools. Improper handling can cause accidents or system damage. Common mistakes to avoid. Many beginners make these mistakes. Charging without fixing leaks. Skipping vacuum process. Charging by pressure only, not accurate. Overcharging refrigerant. Ignoring safety precautions. Avoiding these mistakes will make you a professional technician. Conclusion. Gas charging in AC systems requires proper knowledge, correct tools, and careful execution. Understanding the differences between R32 and R410A is important for both performance and safety. By following a step-by-step method, leak checking, vacuuming, accurate charging, and performance testing, you can ensure efficient system operation and long equipment life. With practice and proper understanding, you can perform refrigerant charging safely and professionally.
Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate you taking the time. See you next time.